everyone. Today I want to talk about the symbol of Tao, Yin Yang, the most known. I will leave the symbol above my head so you can recognize it. And yesterday, my spirit guides wanted me to um, bring a perspective, um, a deeper perspective about how this symbol, um, what this symbol truly represents in our lives. What truly inspired me to do this video was the fact that I seen uh, a lot of people tend to do that tattoo or in wrists or arms or hands, or other parts of their bodies. The fact is, somehow they feel connected to that symbol, and the symbol represents something special to them, so they just tattoo that. But uh, we have a lot of symbolism, symbolism, and a lot of definitions about what yin and yang truly represents. But I wanted to bring um, an awareness about how yin and yang can, in terms of our being, of what we feel, how it does work in our lives. I will leave here some topics that I found on Google. I also studied traditional Chinese medicine, and I was that's where I got to know something about that symbol and the symbolism for the Chinese community, and it represents the black and white, young, sorry, hot and cold, also night and day, feminine and masculine. It's the duality, in fact, and that duality exists inside of each and every one of us. So that's what I'm going to talk about. So we have a dark side and a bright side, a light side. And sometimes with the experiences of life, and for those who believe, the experiences you received in past lives, we tend to nurture one of the side most. The fact is, when you are in one of those sides are in balance, like it's bigger than the other, that's when things start to become difficult. That's when your life and your existence starts to become challenging. So, um, if you have the dark side most developed, uh, it can be because you experience suffering, you experience betrayal, you experience um, humiliation, you experience, pain um, from your relationships, or physical pain because of the experience you went through, or another situation that really made you feel anger, made you feel sadness on a deep level, or made you feel injustice, made you feel like made you feel fearless. Oh, sorry, made you feel fearful of what was going to happen, and then you realize that you wanted to become more dark, you wanted to become more cold, you wanted to become more distant from and not show your light side, like your vulnerability, your purity, your empathy. Uh, you don't want it to express a lot of emotions because you are You just started to put your guard up so high that you cannot trust anyone. It's like you block, that part of that good part, that light, bright side of yourself. And what happens is when you start to be mostly um, using your dark side, your shadow side. That's why when you go through spiritual awakening, you have to do the shadow work. The shadow work is the acceptance of your shadow and the healing of your own shadow. Like you have to see it so you can heal it. So it no longer becomes a burden. It no longer becomes an obstacle and to your own life, so you can find balance in yourself. And that's where the shadow work is why the shadow work is necessary. And when you do acknowledge that you are living in your shadow, that you are not letting your most light and most rightful side take place in your own being, in your own experience, in your own life. And you start to really acknowledge that you need to do something about it. You can go to therapy, you can use spiritual healing, you can use Reiki. There are a lot of treatments that can, um, family constellations, there are a lot of treatments that can help you create balance in both sides, but because if you only use that side, you are co-creating more pain and more hurt and more things to not trust, and understand this, you will create situations of imbalance. And that's why sometimes you look at your life and your life seems so challenging. It's because you are in unbalance. Your yin and yang are not equal, or at least it's not possible to always be equal, but it's not, balanced. Like some days you can be more dark, some days you can be more light, but there is a balance. But when it overcomes, um, it's too dark, it is a problem. On the other side, if you only want to show and use your light side, your bright side, and you tend to be a generous person, a pure person, and generous, and vulnerable, and you believe in everyone, and you want to help everyone, and you trust everyone, the thing is, you can become a people pleaser. You can become a person that doesn't have the respect of others because you don't establish limits. You cannot say, you have difficult to hardship to say no to what you don't want. And you have a dark side. It is for a purpose. So you have to use it wisely. So, when you're starting to repress that dark side of yours and that anger that is necessary to be used sometimes so you can defend yourself, so you can stand up for yourself, so you can truly be respected and appreciated as a whole, you need to go through your shadow also to understand why are you repressing it. Why do you want so much the acceptance and of others that you cannot establish healthy limits and healthy boundaries for yourself. So that's why the Tao represents the balance, because if you need to go deeper and do the healing, please do.